Hello, welcome back. I am Stephanie and I am going to show you a basic eye look using Moodstruck Addiction Palette 1. This is a very neutral browns, so you don't get the glare of the mirror. It's what the palette looks like. You can see mine has been used a few times. And then I'm going to first show you my trick to using primer. Primer is a key. This is our primer, eye primer. Now I have used primer already on my face. I have applied my liquid to powder foundation. I put a little bit of primer along my lash line. Now, using primer with pigmented colors is a key, but I'm going to show you a trick that I use to make blending my eye colors a lot easier. I am going to find my translucent setting powder and my concealer powder brush. I am going to use the translucent powder to set my primer. Just going to apply this all over. This is a very fine powder. I have a watery eye issue. I'm sorry. Hope that goes away. Put a little bit on the bottom. Then we're going to do the other eye. And blend it all over to set the primer. This is going to make all my pigmented eye colors easier to apply and a lot smoother to blend. I love this product. This is why you will hear me mention over and over and over that this is one of my few absolute must favorite products. Okay, so we've done our face. I have a little bit of cheek color on. I have done my foundation. I've done some contouring. I have done primer. We've primed my eyes. Everything is good. Okay, now, so I don't lose anything, better put it away. Now, I am going to start with, out of the Addiction Palette 1, I'm going to start with the color Chipper, right here. This is one of the lighter browns. It's kind of like an orangey brown. Now, I'm going to start with that with my blending brush. I love this brush. It's just nice, fluffy brush. It is a lot easier to start light. I just dab my brush into the color, and we are going to start with a windshield wiper motion in the crease, all over the crease. Now this brush is fluffy, so it's going to fan the color out a little bit towards my eyebrow and below the crease. This is going to be our transition color. And blending is the key. So you see how we've just kind of applied this all over in the crease and how it comes up and down a little bit. Very soft. I use a little bit of circular motions. Make sure that it's blended out. And then I'm going to do the other side. Just going to dab the color, and I always tap my brushes to knock off the excess. I'm going to do the same to the other eye. Windshield wiper motions. Let it fan out. I'm not using a lot of pressure. I should exercise the right technique to show you. If I hold my brush at the end, it will eliminate the amount of pressure that I am using with this brush, which will allow the bristles that are fluffy to fan out and disperse and blend how I want the color. I'm going to use a little bit of circular motions. Keep going back and forth, windshield wiper. I'm going to put a little bit more right in here. Make sure we come all the way in. This is our transition color. Now, if I wanted it closer in the crease, I could apply a little bit more pressure and hold the brush closer on the thing, on the stick. But I don't want to do that. I want to lightly blend. I want it to fan out because this is our transition color. Okay? So there's that. Then I'm going to take my dual-ended crease brush. This is the angled shadow brush. You can see that thin, and the dual end has the sponge tip applicator. I'm going to take this brush next because it's angled, and the next color I'm going to use is Forthright. This is darker. It's a dark brown. And Forthright I am going to apply with the angled brush, and this is going to go in the outer corners. So I'm going to start here. I put a little bit of product and I'm going to dab to show you. We are going to apply it just in the crease, and we're almost making an arrow. Going to bring this down along the top lash line. See, we have made an arrow. And then I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to blend. And we're going to blend it down. We're going to use circular motions in the corner. We're going to blend this in. Now you notice I am holding my brush closer towards the bristles. That is so I'm using more pressure because I am specifically putting this only in the crease. And I'm going to come up about blend it up about 2/3 and continue to blend it about 1/4 above the lash line. And then circular motions on the outside. And you see how this is going with our transition color. I'll blend this. I'm gonna kind of use the brush, circular motions, bring it down along the top lashes. Very easy. Now, I want to make sure that this gets blended in. I don't want any lines. So this is going to soften it. But not spread it all over. See, it's still there, still where I put it, but we're just softening it a little bit with the blending brush so that we don't have any lines. This eye is watering like crazy. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so then we're going to do the same to the other side. Remember, we're using the color Forthright. We're going to bring this right here in the crease. It's a lot easier to add color with pigmented colors than it is to remove it. So start out always light and work bolder by adding. So again, we're going to use circular motions to blend. We're going to go up and blend it into the crease and top of the lash line. Now I normally don't wear, or I normally did not wear, a lot of browns. So these are kind of new for me. I'm absolutely loving them. So this is a color, or this is a look that just about anybody can wear. It would be a nice everyday look. For anybody to wear. I'm just going to blend it out. Again, it's a lot easier to blend these colors because I added the setting powder, the translucent setting powder, on top of my primer. This gives me a softer look. And just allows the colors to blend very nicely, very evenly. Okay, so the next color we're going to use our sponge tip applicator. And with the sponge tip applicator, we are going to use Brassy. It's this shimmery gold color. Very pretty. And Brassy is going to be applied with the sponge tip applicator. And this we are going to put on the eyelid. The inner part of the eyelid is what we're going to focus on. So with a shimmer color like this, I am going to focus on patting it on so that I don't have as much of the sparkle fall out on my cheekbones. I'm going to add this from the inside corner, about 3/4 of the way out. See how that goes on? And we're just going to kind of mostly press it on there. It is a shimmery color. I like to use matte colors, mostly as transition colors, sorry about that, and in my crease. They just work best. Now we're going to do the other eye, focusing from the inside about 3/4. We're going to come all the way up to the crease. See how pretty that brassy color is? Very pretty color. Okay, now I'm going to take my brush real quick and just wipe any fallout from underneath. All right, now I'm going to go back with our blending brush and just make sure that this is blended together with the brassy. As again, we don't want any lines. We're just going to go over the windshield wiper motion from the transition color, the outer corner color, circular motions. So we have no lines. Okay, the next color I'm going to come in with is going to be the lightest color. This is Elated. This is like an ivory color. I'm going to come in with this, and we're going to put this with the sponge tip applicator. We're going to use the other side, and Elated is going to be put underneath my eyebrow. We're just going to put this right underneath here. We're going to put a little bit more at this peak of my eyebrow. This just kind of highlights my eyebrow. Again, this is Elated, and I am using the sponge tip applicator, the other side, to apply this and blend this underneath my eyebrow. Very pretty. I'm going to take my blending brush again and remove any lines. I'm going to kind of blend that out. There we go. How's that look? Very easy look with Moodstruck Addiction Palette number 1. Now, real quick, we're not done yet. Just because we have eye color on, I am going to take my crease brush, which is very small, a little dirty, very small. We're going to come in and we are going to use a little bit of chipper. And we're going to put this underneath my eye along my bottom lash line. Just like a liner. All the way to the inner corner, the outer corner. And I just literally dab it right in there. And this is chipper. This is the transition color that we used in the crease first. And then on the outside, we're going to put a little bit of the darker color Forthright. And make sure that that is blended in with it as well. Now, normally, for a daytime look, I do not put on eyeliner. This is enough liner for me. Now, throughout the day, my makeup is going to last. And if I'm going out in the evening, all I have to do is touch up with a little bit of eyeliner. Making sure that the Forthright gets blended in with that. Okay? So, there we go. Got my cheeks on. And now we're going to add Epic Mascara. This is the product that I fell in love with. First product that I used. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the company because of this product. And since I have added the Fiber Lash Mascara I use often, and Moodstruck Eyelash Serum I use every night. Because when I started with Epic Lashes, my lashes were short, they were next to nil, and that serum used every night started my lashes to grow, become fuller, longer. You can see them. And just the more and more I use the serum and the Epic Mascara, the more I love it. Putting it on my bottom. If you notice, I'm probably really bad at when I'm putting on makeup, my mouth wide open. And that's common. If we have our mouth open when we're applying our mascara, it helps keep our eyes still. Okay, there's our eye look. Epic Mascara. Can you see that? See my eyelashes? Okay, that's what I have for you today. This is our simple eye look with Addiction Palette 1. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me in Cafe Makeup. Bye.